Do you field trip to the garden at this time?
Yes.
Yeah, is it this evening?
In the
Yeah,
middle of the night, or
Well,
whatever.
basically, we finish dinner and we take a walk
Yeah.
in the
Because
town, like we do.
dinner is
Yeah.
noon. We've got time after dinner.
Yeah.
This was not luncheon, this was...
This was dinner, so yeah, it was either a
Oh.
Saturday or a Sunday,
So
either
it's late afternoon.
rest day or late day.
Um,
Probably rest day.
I mean-
entering the garden is like walking... you're walking into a different world's winter now, because it is winter time. However, the winter of the garden now differs in the same way that you would say that the winter in Narnia before Aslan broke the curse is the winter outside. And even in winter, you can feel the life of the tree. So, and there is most notably, there is a light and brightness to the sun that you all have been missing. You are bundled up. It is wintertime.
Yeah.
It is.
Cold.
It is outside of the garden. It is a cold winter.
It's
Not
less
as much.
cold? Yeah.
Not the same way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the same way. Okay.
It's still winter. Just
Sure.
Yeah. All of the worst outside of the garden, all the worst aspects of winter that we associate, the darkness, the depression, the
Black ice.
yeah, the world is dead and dying outside. Inside, the world is sleeping. There is a vast difference.
Do we need to do the site in here?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn on your site if you wish to. Didn't we learn, David, is one of the things that Matthew taught us to light up a space? Because he taught us the sounding and the...
The difference is filling a volume, and it is different. It is different than illumination. Illumination is very stark. It's very the other is much more dynamic, but uses much less virtue. And that's actually what makes it hard to learn. Is you guys are really, at least initially, it's just like a faucet that you. It's like it's all the way on or it's all the way off, and the idea of just easing it on just enough takes.
I think that was
Finesse.
the one that came more easily because she could see.
Well, she had been dealing with that concept much longer,
Yeah.
but
She also goes up to the tree and shows them what the tree will do. In this, just because it's just more for some people who don't have the sight, which include even hospital art.
yeah, the tree is very responsive to her.
Do the hospitalers hear anything special out there?
They have to, I think, physical touch or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be in contact. You can perceive. Okay, when you touch a human being, you hear the song. And the song is not a single voice. The song is vastly complex. It is orchestral. It is choral. When you touch a plant, you don't hear the song unless you sit there and you listen really carefully. Eventually, you realize that there is a thread. There is it's like a singular note kind of thing that's going on.
So like the complexity of plant versus like a cricket versus a dog versus a human.
It goes up exponentially.
There's a reason you start with the smaller and work to
Yeah.
people.
But they didn't start as plants.
Yeah.
Virtual creation Venus flytrap.
So normally it's a single note.
Yeah.
Me.
Would
What
be
about
the
this
closest
tree?
approximation.
With Audrey too.
The tree is different. And touching the tree, your perception is not that you're hearing the note of the tree. If anything, it's like you don't hear the tree at all. Because it's like, in your imagination, imagine walking into Oxford, the Magdalen College in Oxford, and standing at one end of the chambers, where at the far end, in the choir, there is a boys' choir singing. And so you're hearing the whole choir at a great distance.
But it is a whole choir.
It is a whole choir, and the point is, it is as though you are standing on the edge of the cathedral listening to some place.
I describe it like that to all of you and say this tree is weird.
Why did you mean great?
Yes. But also, I have nothing to compare it to. Weird different, not weird bad.
Gotta come back here alone sometime. Right now, just vaguely staring in some direction, like,
Like loitering.
Carolyn.
Hi.
That was a good sound.
Entering the garden is vaguely unsettling. Because it's like wandering in a place that somewhere part of you knows you shouldn't be. But it's not because it's a bad place. It's because it is a too good of a place.
Take off your shoes, this is holy ground
Yes.
kind of place.
It's a place where you know for an absolute fact that, in reference to all of our timey-wiminess a few weeks ago, it's now months, but you would have been the devil standing in the church, and you would have felt it. There's a Adam, where are you? But it's not like that now. You just know it would have been like that then. That in this place, it is not a bad feeling. It is an unsettling one. But being unsettled is not always a bad thing. But it is here that you most feel crafted by something else. Something that would never have come into this place. And it may be that crafting is fading away, it's changing, but that touch was there. And this is where you most can feel it. And there's some part of that sounds like that while it is here.
Everything is still, it's still recent. Everything is, yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Are you standing off to the side? Is that what you were meaning by your loitering?
Likewise.
Alethea comes up very close next to you and just whispers, "Can you see me?"
It's here. What are you talking about?
Something you see?
No, I'm not trying.
Okay. Now, this is a place. She gives you a little. She also then says, "Did you want to share anything? You didn't say a lot, and I didn't want to put you on the spot."
Well, that happened, but it was fine to say it was family's business. I wanted to thank you, actually. There's a lot that's not okay. But what's okay is because of Jesus. And owe you a lot for inviting me to church. More than I can tell you.
And that is what made the difference.
More hugs.
There is a whoa moment.
Okay.
And you're like, what? You turn around and Yana is standing there in blazing blue-white armor with clear wings reaching out to either side.
It's like, is everything okay, Yana?
I don't know. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Oh, okay.
Looks at Cornelia to see if she's reacting.
What?
I look to you to see if you seem to be reacting.
Everybody can see, right?
But I don't know if I should be able to see or not.
Oh, and Cornelia doesn't know.
And so I'm looking at you like, can you see? If you can see, then I can.
Or the secret talents of people looking at each other.
Yeah, we're gonna select more.
We need to talk about this.
Roll resolution.
Yeah.
Okay, give resolution. Okay.
But I don't
Point
know.
is, this wasn't. That's the virtue sight. This is really.
Oh, I thought it was something though that anybody, once she fully manifested, anybody could see even without virtue.
The point is they don't know.
But we don't know if we
we're supposed to
can.
be able to see it.
Right, but my point is that I'm standing right next to her. It was just, and I
I
can
know,
whisper to
I'm not
her
supposed to be
if,
able to see that or not.
and I can say yes to her. I can't help her.
Yeah, you
because I'm
can't
not
help
standing
me.
Right next to her, but I was just clarifying that I actually knew correctly that
Yeah.
I could see it. I'm not leading you astray.
Do I still need to roll?
It's like the little girl
Roll anyway. It's a fun.
1885.
I think he was like,
It's okay. You'd be able to see it anyway. Yeah. Versus
that's what I'm like. No, it's okay.
versus me loitering alone on the other end of the garden. 1734.
What have you done, Yoda?
I love it. Hey guys, look at this. No.
Anything.
Look at one.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm just so enthralled by this tree. I can see this tree.
In front of the tree.
Ah!
Wow, you got a great tree.
That is really cool.
What am I looking at?
Okay, but you said that, so okay. Wow.
Have you been able to just manifest like that without me being in danger?
I can do it on purpose now.
Oh, okay, that's cool. It's beautiful.
I think it's someone else's tool.
What?
It just, I don't know. I just feel like
And it was from a set in. You came from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like.
But it's your tool to use.
Yeah. By the way, the wings aren't a frozen.
Mm-hmm. Big flap.
That flapping.
It's moving.
It actually there is a motion to the wings that makes it clear they're not decorative. They are articulated. They are pure virtue, but they are instantiated virtue, and they are, as she talks or looks around or reacts, their motions are organic to what she's doing.
So I was gonna ask if you could fly with them, but then I also remembered that there is a virtue ceiling on the garden. So you should not try because when I was
Okay, can you fly? Sure, watch.
you know,
Not trying
like,
that.
well,
That's how Yana died.
Not here.
no, but doing one of our fun little remember when I was running on the roofs around the garden, I was going to try to jump into the garden, and I realized that there was a shield over the top of it, and so I couldn't. Well, I was thinking about jumping over to the wall and into the garden, but I didn't try because I saw that I couldn't get in. So I stayed on the roof and was continued to be chased by the Chimera on the roof with all the roof tiles and everything. That kept going places.
We've not had
Oh,
a
that was
boring
a
school
fun-
life.
You could come out in the forest with me and you could fly and I could climb the trees and
Oh my goodness, I don't,
that'd be so fun.
I don't know.
You are always looking for excuses to climb trees.
I don't really know what I expected to happen. I'll
Cool.
We're getting excited for you.
So, interesting thing that I would love to try with you because of this. So, Fishy and I have been practicing, like, launching each other because, you know, she does the claw thing. Maybe I could, like, help you launch into flight. That would be really fun.
Isn't there some sort of thing like ninjas aren't supposed to fly?
We're not supposed to use patterns to fly,
I've been breaking that rule for years now.
right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I hate to tell you guys where we know somebody that flies.
That's true.
But
She flies.
that
Is that
but-
is that Bale's in the armor or is that the armor itself?
that law has been subject to
Interpretation.
yeah,
Oh, it's the
more guidelines.
propulsion from the flames I'm able to summon, and then I'm able to focus it through the armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, what are rules
You
anyway?
are Buffy.
But if you can make those wings work,
Everybody else is fine.
I recommend.
But I mean, like,
We should so try that.
But maybe you should go with Nimue because she can fly and catch you
Yes!
if something starts to go wrong.
See, this is what our summer training should have been.
So I think
Give her a good lunch.
we've heard from pretty much everyone except Nimue. Did you? I've mostly seen you here and we've been together, but
Yeah.
you don't have to share anything. But did you have anything you wanted to share?
Went to Nagoron. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Oh yes. Snooty elf king. Yes.
Water lady.
The water lady.
Actually, following up on the summoning flames thing, I was trying to see if there were previous examples of something similar to that, and I wasn't really having much luck. But you guys, I assume, are all familiar with Gilbert's encounter with flames that fed off of his mantle.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, and Pool of Virtue. Anyway, that was a thing that happened in Nagoron,
You're
so...
given a set of the Overseen Chronicles.
It's like, I don't know if I know, but I probably don't know.
Did you find anything else about that there?
I didn't really have much luck with that. No. I mean, basically, what we have in the histories is what happened.
Do the flames hurt you at all?
I mean, it's actual fire. So,
Are you getting burned?
if I'm not wearing, like, if I'm not wearing the armor, I have to be careful how hot I make the flames. Because they're generally, like, say I summon them from my hands, they'll come to about here. And it can be pretty warm.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to work on gloves that are less obviously armor that can protect my hands. But I mean, it's actual fire.
Can you do just like a mage shield on your hand?
Yeah, and that's partly what the gauntlets on my armor help with.
Learn to do one just that covers your palm.
Is that kind of what
Yeah.
I've been working into the gloves?
Yeah, well, it's fundamentally what your brother did was work the mantle itself in.
But like just a regular mage shield, would that serve the same purpose?
It would. The problem is it would be ablative.
Mm-hmm.
It would. What you need and what you may be working on is a virtual creation,
Yeah.
a self-sustaining, stabilized, permanent form.
Mm-hmm.
Just a mage shield is going to start taking damage from the fire. And once it has burned through that, it'll
So you
burn out.
need something durable that'll actually put up with the heat.
I mean, is that the kind of thing that, like, Peter's skill could help with creating something for you? Or is it more something that you're creating with your own means?
I mean, it's been one of my projects. I mean, you and I have both been in the Virtual Creations Club all this time, so that's been working into it. I'm actually really far along with my main project, so that's cool.
What are you making?
A dragon and dragon rider.
Oh.
Was able to get some, let's just say, out of character that Nimoy at some point talked to Meru and got a physical description of what Pater's dragon looks like. Anyway, but got some tips from Arliss with his virtual creation for the dragon rider, and it's still got some bugs I need to work out, but it's coming together.
Great.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing it.
So-
I'm sure I've been seeing parts of it, but I look forward to seeing it all together.
Yeah, the idea is that the two can work together or separate, and that I can basically wear the dragon rider, as it were, or have her act apart from me. So we'll see how that goes.
Anything else?
Did Julianne have any big revelations to tell us?
Where is she?
Where's Julianne?
Would you like to tell us about your adventures?
Is there
Do you have
anything
any
that's been going
adventures?
on with you that you would like to share with us?
Do you remember when, what's my boyfriend's name?
Mirden.
When his family was targeted and had to evacuate his parents. So, I think you would have shared that earlier.
How is his family doing?
Yeah, they've basically relocated to be living in beyond Strath. Arlen's crops failed as a whole, as did Coomray's, which meant that food is expensive because you're dealing on stores, and who holds the stores?
The kingdom. I mean,
Holds the kingdom. And in order to finish reconstituting the 5th Legion, they transferred the last Legion out of Arlen last summer.
That was when his dad came through.
Which means that, as it were, parents have left, and civil war has begun. So, and they're fighting over food.
Is his father still out in war, or is he back?
His father is part of the 501st.
So he's still there.
His father was at the 1st and 2nd Battle of Gustavus.
yeah, so his father.
The question is he still there?
His father was on the wall with Lang.
So yes, he's still
And
there.
he's still
Okay,
there.
excellent.
Is he alive? I think would have been the simpler
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
But excellent.
He,
We just haven't had him identified as being
Mirden's dad.
Mirden's
yeah,
dad there in
Mirden's
the
dad.
middle. So
I have
it's like,
been mentioning Rex.
I didn't know that was his dad's name.
Yeah, that's his dad.
Okay.
When it was first, when those scenes were happening many months ago, it was noted that it was Mirden's dad, but it was impassive.
It's been a long time.
Well, is there, I guess since we are in our, what would you call it, Congress, is there, we've tried to solve problems together in the past. Is there anything that we can or should try to work on together over the next months?
The things you don't have to work on, because other classes are working on them, the winter dance is coming up.
I wish that's all we had to worry about, the winter days.
Well, if not anything specific, then how about an every other week dinner like this that doesn't need to be as
Part of the role-playing game.
I was gonna say as intense and
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Soul bearing?
soul bearing. Yes,
That doesn't have to be.
I
Yeah,
meant
that's been a while.
I did not mean for it to be a soul bearing meal, but I think fellowship would be nice.
Yeah.
So if you can come. If you can't,
Can't.
okay.
Well, I'll be there because apparently Mystery is like, no, you're not leaving my sight now.
So,
At least until school starts again. Then you can move back into the dorm if you want
I've been
to.
driving. Wait, why isn't school on right now?
because we're about to have a Feast of the
We're, like,
Incarnation
right after
vacation.
finals.
I missed.
Or like right
Yeah.
during finals.
Yeah, we're almost done with finals, and then we'll have a week or
Okay.
2 weeks off. Then we spend more time in the garden and go back. We spend more time in the garden.
That's okay.
Before it gets too dark.
Yes. Yeah, then we'll go back for dessert.
So our dinner lasted
Most of
About the length of a regular dinner.
about the length of a regular dinner.
Yeah.
So that concludes part 1
yeah.
of Scandal in Belumira.
So, like-
And we will have
That smells.
part 2 when we have our next game.